Economic is a study of how people and society organize scarce and limited resources to satisfy unlimited human wants. The word economy comes from a Greek word which means one who manages households. Here are some quotations from three famous economists. Adam Smith, 1776, "Economics or political economy is an inquiry into the nature and cause of the wealth of nations." Milton Friedman, 1962, "Economics is the science of how a particular society solves its economic problems." Lastly, Richard Lipsey, 1990, "Economics is the study of scarce resources to satisfy unlimited human wants." Society is divided into four main groups, namely households, firms, governments, and foreign sectors. Resources are also known as factors of production. Here are four factors of production used in the production process. The first one is land. Land is inputs into production that are provided by nature, such as raw materials from the surface of earth, mineral and oil deposits. The reward is rent. Next is labor. Labor is defined as all forms of human input, both physical and mental, into current production. The reward is wage and salaries. The third one is capital. Capital is the most important factor of production. All inputs into production that have themselves been produced, such as factories, machineries, equipment, and tools. The reward is interest. Lastly, entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is the person who has the capability to combine all resources into the production of goods and services. The reward of entrepreneur is profit. Four factors of production are scarce, and society should try to use them efficiently in the process of fulfilling their unlimited wants. Unlimited human wants consist goods and services. Goods refer to tangible things that are things that can be seen and touched, such as books, newspaper, furniture, and so on. Services are known as intangible things, the things that cannot be seen and touched, but we can use and enjoy the benefits provided by these services, such as education, banking, communication, and so on. Economic models falls into two categories, which is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is a branch of economics which studies the behavior and decisions of individual entities such as households, firms, and markets. Microeconomics studies the way in which individual markets work, the detailed way in which regulations and taxes affect the allocation of labor and goods and services. Whereas macroeconomics is concerned with the overall performance of the economy. It seeks to present the bigger picture rather than the detailed individual choices. Macroeconomics examines the determination of the overall levels of economic activity, such as consumer price index, inflation rate, national income, and unemployment level.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Fariza and I'm going to explain about the basic concept of economy. So basically there are three basic concepts, which are scarcity, choices, and opportunity cost. Firstly, scarcity. What can we define by scarcity? It is the ones that always exceed the limited resource, which means to satisfy the human needs. The problems of scarcity will be occurred when there are insufficient limited natural resources can be obtained to produce the goods and services. What can we understand by this is the unlimited demand by the people, but we have the limited resources. Okay, so a few examples of limited resources are capital, land, and labor. Next is choices. So choices need to be made when there are available alternatives to be chosen when scarcity has happened. Okay, from the consumer's perspective, they need to make choices when they need to maximize their satisfaction, while producers wants to maximize their profits by making their choices. Unlimited demand by consumers will be managed rationally based on the priorities and the budgets. Okay, once the choices has been made, opportunity costs will be appear. Opportunity cost is the best bargain alternative when the choices has been made. The simple term that we can understand is the cost of not selecting the next best alternative, which means the alternative that we not selected is called the opportunity cost. Okay, here is the example for the better understanding, which are when the producer have scarcity in his capital, he need to make choices between opening a salon or a restaurant. Okay, if he decided to choose the salon, then the restaurant is the opportunity cost because it is his next best alternative. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Economic problem. Our society faces the economic problem, which is the problem of how to make the best use of limited or scarce resources. Economic problem exists because although the needs and wants of people are endless, the resources available to satisfy needs and wants are limited. Samuel turned 3 questions. First, what to produce? Societies have to decide the best combination of goods and services to meet their varied wants and needs. Societies must decide what quantities of different resources should be allocated to this good and service. After that, how to produce. Societies also have to decide the best combination of factors to create the desired output of goods and service. Last but not least, for whom to produce. All societies must decide who will get the benefits from the output from its economic activity and how much they will get. Different societies may develop different ways to answer this question.